So, I was going to, then I wasn't going to. Anyway, I'm going to do you a quick, how quickly we can clean this up. Now, let me see, what have I done with the other one? Like I explained about the other one, I cleaned it up, put it on the bench. This one has been so handy. It's around always, it's at arm's length, and if you want to just hold something, or where you just need a bit of an adjuster, you don't want to be bothered to go over there to fetch a spanner to find out it was the wrong spanner, so you've got to get another one a bit bigger or a bit smaller or whatever. This is so useful. So this is one that we bought out the car boot this morning. It's not the worst, rustiest one. It's not the worst, rustiest one we've seen. It's got a few dents and pitted. It's quite a strong thing, so you would be tempted to tap this with something. So that could be rust. That could be rust. That could be dinks, couldn't it? So we clean up. We've seen a name here. We know what they are. They're King Dicks, aren't they? What is that there? We're not sure of. We've got here, look, up here, the mark. See, is it a bulldog? We'll soon find out. So the first thing to do, and you're on my stand, so I'm going to keep you there. I'll try not to knock you too often. You might get knocked from time to time, or I might kick the stand or whatever. But anyway, let's do our first attempt live and at the scene here. Let's plug this in. Let's plug that in. Tie that on. Let's see what you see. I can't really see I might do you that way. Hold on, let me change you a bit. Let me do you that way. Can you see better there? Right. Let's put you there. Let me just put, when we're doing this sort of filthy work, I don't want to be shouted at by Debbie. I better put my apron on. So they're quite good, these aprons. Just stick one arm in there, stick one arm in there, and tie it up behind you, so I can stay fairly clean, because it can be a fair old messy job. Yeah, so I don't want to get myself told off too much, or I don't want to kill the washing machine too much. So let's just, first of all, let's have a sort of a first impression. Let's give it a, now we've already, it hasn't got a spring on it. It hasn't got a spring on it, so that's good in one way, because we're not going to lose the spring, but just in case. And it looks like that's in the upside down anyway, so you do get a lot of trouble with these. That's in upside down, should be that way up. Anyway, come on, so we don't lose it, we're going to just put that there, and let's give it a bit of a wire brush. Let's see what we're facing. Oh, it's going to be quite nice. These F-wrenches, we're just going to do this. We're just going to have a look at this whilst we're here. So it's going to be, it comes up at that finish. Oh, it's a bit shadowy there, isn't it? But it comes up at that sort of finish, that sort of. Now you could have it there, it's clean enough, you could go ahead, but we want it nice and shiny, don't we? And we want to get rid of all this dinks here. I was going to try that. They're a bit rough, that, so I'm going to first of all hit it with that'll be nice and fine. I think this, we might have to use the big one on this just to get rid of it all, because it's a good substantial, you're not going to lose the amount that you're going to rub off isn't going to affect the strength or anything of this at all. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's see what we're doing. I wonder, I'm just wondering what's that going to look like. We haven't tried these, have we? Let's try these. Let's pull one of these out. See if it's as good as let's see if it's as good as the other. What did I do with the drill? Good question. What the hell have I done with the drill? Here it is. We're going to try this look. We're going to see what that does. It looks like an ordinary flap disc that you get on your 4.5, you know, on your big one. But let's try this little one. It's the first time, so far I've been very impressed with how these have been performing. So I expect this is going to be quite good. Let's just have a try at it. Wow. I'm not going to need to hit it with the big one. Now this is what we're going to attack now. All them. I think I'm going to have to put the big one on this. Put that slightly there. See what it looks, how deep it'll go. That's not going to grip. Let's close that a bit tight. This is going to need hitting with the electric one, I think. Yeah. Let's change the shape of that. Let's do this. You might be able to see it better. What are we going to do? Let's do it that way, shall we? Yeah, let's do this top edge. See what that looks like. See what that looks like first. We've got quite a grip on that now. We're going to use, just to save time really, this will eat through it. But again, this is the worn one. Oh no, it isn't. It's not even. We've got a cutting disc on this, so we don't want that, do we? I don't really do these very tight at all. I put them in fairly loose. This is a well-worn flap disc. It's not very big, is it? I'd suspect this is going to be fine. Hardly even tighten that up. It tightens itself up as it goes. Let's see what you're looking at. Are you looking in the right place? Yeah, let's try that. jam that into the floor. I bet you that's hot now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look how we get on. You should really wear gloves. These things can... Oh, that's going to be fine. They've come down pretty quick, haven't they? Come down pretty quick, yeah. There's nothing much we need to do with that, really. Fibre wheel will bring that down. Fibre wheel will clean that up. It'd be nice to keep that little mark, whatever it is. It has got the name on it. Anyway, where's the other end of it? Yeah. See, do we bash that back straight or do we just grind it off? I think you're meant to bash it straight, but we're going to just grind it off. Just for speed, really. Just for speed. You're just gonna whenever I don't like to put that on the floor and let it spin. I always try and jam it to a stop. Bring it to a stop, you know. We're going to just pinch that in there. Let's do that other edge. And I know how aggressive this, although it's a worn flap disc, I know how aggressive that is. So I'm being really, really careful with it. I'm just, yeah. So we're finished with that. We might have to come on to this. Depends on how deep that is. Yeah. But otherwise, it's going to be great. It's going to be just, turn that down a bit so we got a grip. We don't want to drop it on our feet, on our toes, do we? This is nearly as good as, near damn it done now. We're going to just put this here. There's a few deeper marks there, so we're just going to do this to it. Yeah, there is something still there. Ooh, no. I'm going to try the small one on that. I'm going to try the small one on that. Where is it? Let's see how we get on with this. Yeah, that needs the big one on it, but we want to keep away from this maker's mark there. So, and again, just lightly, just lightly. We're going to come up close to that. That's going to be fine. Let's have a look at that. It's hot! It's hot. I'm just going to finish that off up the top there. That needs doing. Yeah. I don't think. Oh, that's going to get it. It's going to be just fine now. That's going to come up just lovely. We're just going to do underneath there a bit. So we've done that bit. We've got the most of it off. So now, wow, that's still hot. So now we're going to use the fibre wheel now. I'm going to use the fibre wheel on this now, which is not as sharp, not as sharp as a wire wheel. No, sharper than a wire wheel, but not as sharp as a flap disc. So let's plug this in. We're nearly done. Unbelievably, we're nearly done. Can you see? Where is that now? Can you see now? Ooh, still warm. Yeah, you can see that. So let's do this one. It was a bit hot to handle, so I just had to go and dip it in the bird bath. Really, I should have done that on the wire wheel, and it's coming up quite nicely now. So what the next thing we're going to do is polish it. So, because we're doing a quicker job, obviously it'll take a bit more time. But it's just, imagine this was as rusty as old Harry, you know. It was really rusty. We're gonna, I wonder if, do you know what would bring that up? The flits. I'm just gonna hit it with the flits a bit, just to make it that much more shinier. You know, can you polish a turd? Well, you can if you've got some flits. Hold on. It's, I mean, you could use Autosolve. I mean, I'm a great fan of Autosolve, but this is this flits is pretty good stuff. We're just gonna do that with it. And we're just gonna give it the flits, just to give it a bit more sparkle. And let's get the filth out of it. Right. This just sort of gives you the idea of what you can do with them. Here we are. Are we going to do that as well? Yeah, that's looking great. Well, for now, we'll put it back together. Yeah. It gives you imagine this was a real filthy thing that you would it wasn't quite as rusty as I wanted it to be, if you get what I mean, but it gives you the idea. So imagine this was a lot more rustier and you just had to go down through it a bit more. Here we are, and here it is, look. Now this, you can now put this in your toolbox. You could do with cleaning that slide out. Yeah, we've got, didn't we? We had one of them little brushes, didn't we? Get your wire brush in there. Get your little wire brush in there, make sure you don't jam it in so you can't get it out. Reggie, you idiot. Right, there we are, just do that a bit. And get in the hole. Get all the filth out of there so it's working really nice. And give it a nice gentle squirt of oil. We're going to put 3 in 1 oil in this. Just give it a nice run of, little dab of oil. Work it in and round. I mean, that could do with a much better cleaning than that. And you just keep working it, opening it and shutting it. What's the problem with this now then, look? Is it bent? No, not bent. What it is the bottom of here is full of filth. Yeah. That's typical what happens with these. The bottom jams up. So we'll get, just so we do a nice job of it, let's get a little drill. Sort of drill it by hand. I don't want to lose that piece. Let's go and get a little drill out the drawer. How are we doing on time? We've probably run out of time, haven't we? Let's get a little drill. There you are. Get a little drill and get in there and loosen up all that filth that's in there. It's only filth that's blocking it. It's not metal. It's meant to go there in the first place. It's just filth. Right. That's going to be all right. That's going to be just fine. It could do a bit more. Them sliders cleaning it a little more. but it's neither here nor there. Come on, try again. This is going to catch us out, isn't it? There we are. Just need to work that. Find out where the problem is. Just once the burr, take the edges off that. Yeah, we're going to do that now. Actually, we're going to do that now. It hasn't been. Has it been that long already? Let's just take the burr off that. Unplug this. Let's get rid of this. Let's where were we there? Let's just clean that up. Let's clean that up there. Can you see it there? Look. Let's just clean that up. Uh-oh. That's the trouble whenever you're doing anything like this. I don't know if that spring is in there. No. Don't knock anything or don't lose anything from it. Actually, that says, and I haven't seen that before, it says number 1. I haven't seen that. I'll have to watch out for that. It says number 1 on there, in there. I'll show you. You would really, you'd get a little fine file and you'd just round the corners off to make it less sharp. Right, let's see if that's made a difference. It's coming, is it bent? But you just keep playing with that until you found out where it was rubbing. So let's just put that in there. And now, live and at the scene, that you could spend a lot more time. If you imagine this was a right old rusty thing, they come up lovely. And just for lying around on your bench, when you just want a little something, to just a little something, just to hold a nutter or something, and there you just put your hand to them, and here it is. Look, here it is. Not very well lit up there, is it? Hold on a minute. Come around here with me. Come around here with me. Turn that light on it. There we are. Look. That's better. Yeah. So they're lovely, aren't they? We've got rid of that bit more work on here. This corner, I reckon I'd put that in the drill and then rub it on the drill like this. But look at that. What was a dirty old F-wrench out of the car boot. You can make it lovely, can't you? Polish it as much as you want. Keep going on it. And remember, we haven't spent much time at all on it. And then you'd have one just as good as... I don't know what I've done with it. Here it is. You'd have one just as good as that. So now I've got 2 to sit on the bench. If I just want to, and still got enough weight to knock and use and abuse, because you can bring it back from the dead again, can't you? Yeah. Isn't that lovely? The little mark there, Abingdon. King Dick, yeah. There's the King Dick. We'll have a closer look at that in a minute. And the number 1. I haven't seen the number 1 before. No. So can you see, look? I don't remember seeing that number 1. There's the mark, look. And there's the Abingdon. I guess, is that the Abingdon Works or something? It's King Dixie, just on the corner here. There's so many of these different ones. But you could keep polishing, couldn't you? You could keep rubbing. You could keep working on getting this edge nice and round. Yeah. And look. And what do we pay for that? Was it £1 or 50p out the car boot? And it's just a handy little adjustable to have in your toolbox, or in my case I just have them lying around on the bench so I can just put my hand to them really quickly.